To put images on your website, you need to find those images. And then you need to manage the pictures so they fit on your page and look good. Here, we look at a few sources of images and we explore a free product that I found helpful in managing images, IrfanView. Free on the web. There's often the expectation of getting things for free from the web, and when the web was getting started, lots of people put up code and pictures and whole applications for free. It was kind of wild. But that's not a sustainable model. People should get paid by those who use their services and products, unless they voluntarily offer them for free. Someone pointed out, if you're not sure what the product is, it's you. For example, Google offers free searches of the web, and they do a terrific job at it. But where do they get their revenue? Well, first, from ads on their site, especially ads targeted to your tastes based on what they see you searching for. And second, fees they get for selling the information they've gathered about you to third party. So those organizations can send ads your way if you look like a good prospect for their product. So that's one business model for the web, and it's used not only by Google but by Facebook and other large organizations. There are other business models in use on the web. One, straightforward charges for goods and services, either a one-time charge or a subscription service. For example, our own Still Plugging Away and Netflix and Geek Squad and so forth. Or free versions for basic use and fees for premier or advanced or support services like LinkedIn or Opportunity. Similarly, some items are free while others are fee. Images run this way in many cases. For example, Pixabay, which we'll discuss shortly. And donations requested to support the product or service. For example, LibreOffice, Wikipedia, IrfanView, and many nonprofits. The point to all this is you need to be aware of costs and trade-offs. Do not avoid a company or product because it is not free. Recognize the basic justice of paying for what helps you. Similarly, if you use a free item a lot, making a donation is a decent thing to do. Also, be aware, there are copyright laws. If you use, say, images you've downloaded, you are expected to abide by the terms of the provider. For images, it's typically one of these, a one-time charge, or a per-use charge, a royalty, or free for personal use but fee if used for a business or organization, or free but they request acknowledgement on your page of the artist or source, or truly free, free to download, free to use, no strings. It is your responsibility to do due diligence and to be aware of the terms under which you are using intellectual property. With that background, it's clear the cleanest way to use images are to use images you've created yourself. Using a smartphone, tablet, or digital camera, you can transfer your photos to your computer by sending them by text or email or by physically attaching your device to your computer. And if you're not sure how to do that, there are many YouTube videos available to demonstrate. You can always do a Google or DuckDuckGo search for the kinds of images you're looking for, and you'll find many sources. One such source I have found that I like a lot is Pixabay, https://pixabay.com. They have a large stock of free and royalty-free pictures of very high quality. Now, their catalog includes links to sites like Shutterstock, where you pay for use. But there are also images that are free, clear and simple, and excellent quality. Full disclosure, I don't get anything for recommending them. Another product related to working with images that I've come to like is IrfanView. The rather unusual name comes from the name of the author, Irfan Skiljan, a native of Bosnia, now living in Austria. This product is free for home use. He has a link for making donations. I've sent €10 via PayPal once, which is pretty cheap of me, and that's actually the price of a commercial license also. https://www.IrfanView.com. Full disclosure, I don't get anything for recommending him either. Anyway, I've made this my default app for viewing many image type files, so when I double-click on a file name that ends in JPEG, say, the image opens in IrfanView. It is a rich product, and I've only scratched the surface, but I'd like to show you how to use the product to accomplish these tasks. 1. Rotate. Sometimes you get pictures that need to be rotated. 2. Resize. Really important for web pages to have small images. They load faster and are less of a drag on your user's network. But you don't want to just resize, you want to resample also. This means the image is reduced while keeping as much visual integrity as possible. 3. Cut. That is, trim extraneous content. 4. Crop. Make the image size equal to the result of trimming. And 5. To demonstrate the use of some shortcut keys. There's tons more you can do with this product, but I've not had the need, so there's plenty of room for you to explore and find the tools and techniques you may need for photo editing for your website. So here I'd like to demonstrate using IrfanView to edit pictures. And here's a small set of pictures that I put together for this purpose. And if you double-click on the name, it's going to open in IrfanView. Here's a common problem. You see the picture is rotated, and I want to turn it back so it's on its side. And you go to the image, and you can say rotate left or rotate right, or you can use the shortcut key L or R. I think rotate right is what I need, so I press R, and there I am. Now the next thing is I need to resize or resample this. In the lower left corner, you can see the current size of the picture. It's 3,264 pixels by 2,448. Way too big. What we normally look for on a web page is images that are around 800 pixels or less. So we go to the image and we select Resize Resample, or what I've learned to do is Control R. Brings up this very rich menu. It shows the current size, and it's already filled in, ready to type on the width here. And you can change the width and height, and I always try to preserve aspect ratio so things don't get stretched, either horizontally or vertically. You can either type in numbers you want, or you can choose from among these pre-selected options. And I tend to go with 800, so I'll type that, and notice it keeps the height proportional. And then I'll say OK. And now here's my picture, lower left corner, 800 by 600. Now I could save or save as by using the File menu, but I tend to go with the letter S, the S key for a shortcut, and it pops up the Save menu in the directory from which I got this. And I don't want to give it a name like image, that's so useless. So I'll call this Mealtime 1. So now I've got Mealtime 1, and it's resized and resampled. Something that I've learned is a lot of times you want to have both a standard size and a thumbnail size of a picture, and we'll get into that later in the course. But what I do now is do Control R again to resize it down to around 100. So it's 100 by 75 proportional, and do a save. And now I'm going to use that name that I had before, and this is just my own private convention, but you might want to do something like that, _T, T for thumbnail. Now I've got two versions of the picture, a big one and a small one. Another trick with IrfanView is when you have multiple pictures to edit, pressing the space bar gets you to the next picture. So then, same thing, Control R, 800, and then save, and outside, I guess, save that, and then I could Control R and go down to the thumbnail size and save that. And it keeps the old name there. I don't like that. So I'll call it outside underscore T. Okay, now sometimes you want to cut part of the picture out. And when you have that with IrfanView, you really just need to start your cursor. You don't have to do any control keys or anything like that. You have the cursor where you want to begin your cut. And let's say I just want to do this much. Cut that other person out. So I hold down the mouse button and drag the little outline. And then I go to Edit, and I can cut. Now if I cut Selection, that takes what I've highlighted out of the picture. What I want to do is cut the area outside of the selection. And there's no shortcut key for that. So I'll do that. And now I have this. Now if I just saved it, it would still be a big picture. What I want to do next is crop. And Control Y will do that. And so now I've got the picture just at that size, and you'll notice in the lower left corner, 2211 by 1971, I'm going to resize that. Let's see now. Let's see what happens with 800. 800 by 713. Oh, let's do it 700. That's fine. Now I save, and I'll call it cropped shop. Save. And then again, Control R to resize, and I'll get it down to 100. That's actually a little too small, maybe. So we'll say 110. So just try to get a small version of it, and I'll save it. And again, I'll use my little naming convention. Just before the .jpeg, I'll put underscore T. Okay, so now something else. I'm going to push the space bar again to get to the next picture. And if you hit the Enter key, it gives you full screen. And Enter key again toggles back to just the regular size. And those are the cool features that I use with IrfanView. In this session, we looked at the various sources of images, described several of the business models for the web, and pointed you to two resources: Pixabay as a source of images and IrfanView as an application to work with images. In the next lesson, we explore how to include audio and video files on your web pages. See you there.